James, how would deVere challenging the stereotypical norms of financial advisors being white, male, mid-50s?
Crikey. Okay, great question. I mean, first of all, colour doesn't make a blind bit of difference when you're giving financial advice. Age doesn't matter in my opinion either. You know, if you go into most of our offices in Europe, we've got a stack of young people in there. Have a wander around the London office today. There's a number of young people in there. I remember when I first started out and I first joined the industry, I was working on the telephone. When I first went into face-to-face financial advice, I had a real issue with my age. I didn't think I was old enough, and that meant I didn't think I was good enough. I remember knocking on a lady's door once. It was one evening. I was always quite cheeky as it was, but my confidence was pretty low. Maybe I was feeling a bit tired at the time. I knocked on the door and this lady said, "Oh God, what have deVere sent? Some fucking 16-year-old?" And for some reason I just flicked a switch at me, and I cheekily said back, "Well, what do you want? Someone young and good or old and shit?" And it was a really cheeky thing to say. Imagine that, swearing at a client, 23 years old. And she said, well, she's from New Zealand, by the way, hence the accent. She said, you can probably guess, I probably didn't need to tell you that. And she said, well, yeah, my old advisor was old and shit, so we may as well give you a chance. And that, for me, was the turning point when age just didn't matter. I soon realised that, crikey, good point actually, James, well done, you cheekily came out with that. What do clients really want? Someone that's young, someone that's well qualified, someone that, you know, gets the latest product, gets the latest, got a stack of apps coming out. They understand the way the industry's going, and they're in it for the long run. That's the biggest point for me. Someone that's in it for the long run, someone that has to do a good job. Because if they get a negative Trustpilot or a negative review about them on the internet, that's really tough to overcome at a young age. So it's actually a valid point. So how are deVere challenging that stereotype? I mean, quite simply, we recruit young people. We recruit young people, bring them into the system. deVere's got a fantastic progression system. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We love bringing people in and bringing them through the ranks. So yeah, for me, that stereotype of a financial advisor being white, 50, is that what you said? White and 50? And older, certainly not at deVere, certainly not. We recognise that if you're good enough, you're old enough, and someone doesn't have to be 50 years old to be a success in this industry, in most places, in my opinion. Please do subscribe, hit the button.